Thank you, Hadley.
Does it say it's doing it for you?
Yeah, it's recording. Yeah, I see the button. You don't see that on your screen? Okay.
Now I do.
Okay. Sounds great. Well, everybody, I want to welcome all of you. Thank you all for being here for our meet and greet for Quest. I can't tell you how excited I am personally. I know that the staff is super excited as well. And I'm excited because this is the first summer in 2 or 3 years where we're kind of back for overnight camp, like we were in the good old days. And we couldn't be more excited about that, and to meet you guys and to get to camp and have all those adventures and create some great memories. The meet and greet is pretty simple. It's an opportunity for you guys to put a face to a name. We're going to talk a little bit about ourselves and about camp. We're going to show you guys some pictures. Peyton, our director, is going to answer questions for you guys. You'll have the opportunity to ask questions. We'll get to that towards the end. So in the chat, because we have so many people on, I found it's much easier if you drop your question into the chat on the bottom of your screen on the right-hand side. When we get, you can do that at any point too, but when we get towards the end of the presentation, we'll open up that chat and we'll go through those questions and get all those questions answered. And look, you're going to have questions after today. That's not a big deal. We're here. We got some time before Quest hits. And so plenty of time to get you prepared and successful for your camp opportunity, okay? So with that, for those of y'all just joined, my name is Mike McDonald. I'm the president of Kidventure Camps. This is the 28th year of Kidventure. 28 years ago in 1994, we took a van of 15 kids to Mo Ranch for the first inaugural safari. A few of the counselors and staff members that you'll see tonight and hear from were campers when they were your age, which is so cool, by the way. Just makes me feel real old, that's all. And so with that, I'm going to turn things over to our director, Peyton.
Hey guys, I'm Peyton. I'm going to be y'all's director this summer. Like Mike was saying, some of us were campers. I think I've spent every summer of my life since I was 7-year-old at Kidventure Summer Camp. So it's obviously holds a special place in my heart. And so I'm super excited to be the director this year. I was a camper. I started as a camper when I was 7, and then as soon as I was done with being a camper and I was aged out of that, I became a counselor. And now this is my since then. And so now this is my first year being the director. So it's super exciting. We got a great staff this summer, which I'm also super excited about. I'm going to be a senior at UT, University of Texas this summer. I'm studying sports management. And yeah, I just love camp. I'm excited to see y'all from last year and then meet all the new faces. And yeah, so we're going to introduce our counselors now, starting with Mr. Ben.
Hey, my name is Mr. Ben. I go to UT alongside Peyton. I'm studying advertising and French. I was a counselor here at Quest last year, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm so happy to return for a second summer because honestly, it is a really good time. It's a highlight of my summer, especially this one for Quest at Camp Eagle. It's a lot of wide open spaces and a really cool riverfront, and so I'm excited to make new memories with fresh faces and returning faces and all of y'all. And I'll pass it to Madeleine.
Hi guys, I'm Madeleine, and I'm going to be a junior at Texas State, and I'm studying to become a child life specialist. And I'm super excited because this is my first year to be a camp counselor. And I'm going to pass it over to Jeff.
Hello guys, I'm Jeff Graham, and I plan on being a student at Texas A&M this fall as an economics major. And I currently work at Kidventure as a day camp counselor in Houston, and I'm just really excited to join all of you at Quest this year as a counselor for the Buffaloes. So I'm excited. And I'm going to pass it on to Emmy.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emmy. I was also a camper like Peyton for Kidventure. I am going to be a senior next year at the University of Arkansas, and I'm studying elementary education. I am super excited to do Quest. I've never been to Quest before, so I'm excited to just see it like you guys. And I'm going to be a counselor for the turtles. And I'm going to pass it on to Hadley.
Hi, I'm Hadley, and I'm gonna be the floater this summer, which means I'm with all the groups. And like Peyton and Emmy, I grew up going to Kidventure. I've been forever, and I'm so excited to be at Eagle this summer for Quest. I absolutely love Camp Eagle, and it's gonna be so much fun with all of y'all.
Super. Thank you guys very much. I want to, at this point, share my screen. I have a little presentation that we're going to look at some pictures and talk about camp a little bit more, so you guys can actually put the images to the names and the places that we'll be talking about. So bear with me here, and Peyton, let me know when I'm there, please, if you don't mind.
You're good to go.
All right. So if you're going to Quest, you're in the right meet and greet tonight. Okay, this is Quest August 1st through the 9th. So we got a little bit of time. Quest was kind of an outgrowth of Safari, right? We had a lot of kids that went to Safari. The age range is still the same, 8 through 12. And I get a lot of parents and kids that say, you know, what's the difference between Quest and what's the difference between Quest and Safari? I would say that Quest, and Ben kind of alluded to it a little bit more. Quest is just probably Adventure 2.0. It's a little bit more adventure. We do a little bit different, unique opportunities that we do at Safari, and the session is a little bit longer as well. So that's kind of the main difference, and we'll talk about those kind of activities here in just a little bit. But it is for kids 8 through 12 years of age. We're broken down in those tribes. Your counselors are tribal counselors during the day. So during the day, you have a counselor, whether that's Ben or Madeleine or Emmy or Jeff or whoever it might be, and they're your counselors of the turtle, the eagle, the bear, and the buffalo. At night, when you're in your cabin, then it's girls in the girls' cabins with the girl counselors, and then the boys in the boys' cabin with the boy counselors. Okay. We only take 25 girls and 25 boys. And there's a lot of adventure. And adventure really doesn't necessarily mean you're climbing up a rock climbing wall or you're zip lining through the forest. Adventure means a lot of things. But it's through that adventure that we learn about ourselves, right? That we have a great time, and hopefully, which is our main goal, that we leave camp having a greater sense of self-esteem and self-worth. And we feel more independent. And we feel like we did all these amazing things. And guess what? Our parents weren't even there when we get to do them. And how cool is that? All right. Because the power of summer camp isn't really what we do at camp. It's those memories and those things that you take with you. All right. Our cabins are air conditioned and the food is super yummy, by the way. We're going to talk about all this stuff. All right. Peyton, I think you could probably talk best about this. Our cabins at Quest. You want to talk about sort of what those look like and what they're about?
Yeah, of course. So our cabins at Quest are, in my opinion, the nicest cabins of all of our overnight programs. They're super, super brand new. And like, I think they were built maybe like, I think we were, last summer was our first summer running Quest. And I think we were one of the first groups to even use the cabin. So there's, I call it top bunk. Minette says. Anyways, so basically the way the cabins work, there's the boys' cabins and the girls' cabins. And all the boy, if you look at this in this picture right here, you can see there's 2 doors in the front of it. So that'll be just one boys' cabin right there, split down the middle. So Mr. Ben will have a side of the cabin, and Mr. Jeff will have the other side of the cabin. They're bunk bed style. They're air conditioned, and they got their own bathrooms on either side. So I'm pretty sure Ben can tell me if I'm wrong, but either side has 3 showers and 2 or 3 toilets, as well as the sinks and stuff. The cabins are awesome.
During Quest, we're going to do a lot of things over the course of the time that we are there. Everything that we do there, it's really kind of unique. So in addition to the Kidventure Quest staff that everybody's just met, we're assigned 2 guides, and those guides stay with us pretty much the entire time. And they provide some of the technical assistance to a lot of the things that we do, like ropes course, like rock climbing, like the pump track, and even caving. And so in addition to the Kidventure staff, we have 2 other guides that are really with us pretty much the whole time, which is super amazing and super helpful, and supports us quite a bit. But we will be part of the riverfront, which is where all of our swimming takes place. You guys will be involved in ropes course. Those are things like zip lining. We will go rock climbing on one of the coolest rock climbing walls in Central Texas. We will be hiking. We'll be kayaking and stand-up paddling. There's a thing called a pump track. If you've never done a pump track, it's really cool. Think about it like being on a mountain bike, and there's a trail that goes all the way down in all these hills and loops. We're going to be going caving. You guys are going to actually get to go into a cave. We'll play archery. The zip line, I know, is a big deal for people because we're on one of the longest zip lines in the Southwest. Every evening, we'll have parties and events. Of course, it wouldn't be camp if we didn't have campfire and do s'mores. And character building is a big part of what we do. Every day, it's really all about character building. So let's take a look at some pictures so you guys kind of get an idea of some of the things that we're going to be doing. On the right-hand side there is the zip line. And when I mean zip line, I don't mean a little zip line. It's a full-on screamer from top to bottom. And I think it's probably one of the campers' favorite things to do. There's the riverfront right there. So you can see that camper's just been blobbed off the blob. And there's another kid right there on the dirt track. Oh, there's Ben in that picture with one of the tribes there. In addition to our cabins, we have a barn. I guess we call it the barn. It's a big multi-purpose facility right next to our cabins where we do a lot of stuff on there. There's a stage there. We have our dance there. We do, what else do we do in there, Peyton or Ben? The drift bikes. We do drift bikes in there too as well, don't we?
Yeah, we
There's
have the swing
lot.
also. Rappel, we rappel in there. There's also a huge slide that goes off from the top of it down to the bottom.
There's a catwalk.
Yeah, the catwalk. Yeah, a bunch of stuff we do in there.
The picture you see there is the cave. That's actually the entrance or the exit of the cave, depending on which way you're coming from or to. So the kids get to go have that caving experience. And then there's the rock climbing wall, which we're actually rappelling down right there in that picture. Pretty cool, huh? We're on the Nueces River. It's a beautiful, crystal clear, spring-fed river. And you can see some of our campers there are on a kayaking trip. This is actually a bridge from where our cabins are to the other side of the camp right there, which we travel on quite a bit. And the picture you see in the bottom there with the 3 campers, that is called super swing. So kind of imagine everybody's harnessed together and you're pulled up, this tall pole, and then they release it. And the 3 of you guys just start swinging through this canyon. And it's amazing. A lot of fun. And there is the riverfront. That gives you a pretty good shot of the riverfront. Obviously, in the very middle right there, you see the blob. And then the slides are to the right there. There's 2 slides right there, which are super fun. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff behind where you can't see right now. But we definitely spend a lot of time down there in the river. You'll notice that everybody has a life jacket on in the river. And that's required of all of our campers and everybody who goes in the river. So anytime that we're in the river, whether that's stand-up paddling, canoeing, or we're playing in the water, we have a life jacket on.
Yeah, and those are provided by Camp Eagle, so that's what y'all need to bring.
Exactly. You guys do not have to bring that at all. Good point. Thanks, Peyton. All right, so that's a little bit about the activities, gives you some pictures. I want to talk about the packing list because I know this is a big deal and it comes up a lot for our campers and for our parents. And I'm going to turn this back over to Peyton to sort of go through this list. If you have questions about this after he goes through this, once again, you can drop these in the chat.
And also, once again, all this information is going to be has been sent out to y'all or will be sent out to y'all. So if you miss something when I'm talking about it, don't worry. You'll have it in your email as well. But what to bring, this stuff like that is that's necessity. But you definitely want to make sure it's in your bag when you leave your house as you'll get on the bus. So how we'll start with one large duffel bag or any kind of bag, honestly. And then here you'll have your clothing, shorts and t-shirts, all you really need at camp. Shorts, t-shirts, and a couple bathing suits will do the trick when it comes to clothes. Bring a pair of tennis shoes. 2 pairs of tennis shoes is better if you got 2, just in case it rains one day or shoes get muddy. That way you don't have to walk around in a wet pair of shoes. Hiking boots. We do some hiking, nothing crazy, but if you have a pair of worn-in hiking boots, those are always a great thing to bring. Tiva type sandals, Chacos, Tiva, something like that. Those are fun just to wear in the water or while hiking around. They're great for hiking too. But no flip flops. In the past, some kids bring flip flops and they're really prone to breaking, walk on the gravel or the rocks, and you don't want to walk around and be away from the cabin and have a broken pair of shoes, walk barefoot back. So I would not bring flip flops. Again, on the hiking boots, we want to emphasize that if you don't have hiking boots, that's okay. Don't go to the store and buy a brand new pair of hiking boots the day before camp starts, because that's just going to lead to blisters and stuff. So if you have hiking boots, that's great. But if you don't, tennis shoes will do the trick. Totally fine there. Lots of underwear and socks. Definitely would bring a couple of pairs of underwear and socks per day. A pair of jeans or pants. Obviously in Texas summer, it doesn't usually get cold, but just in case maybe you're cold in the cabin, if you got nice AC, or one day somehow maybe your cold front comes and gets cold, nice having a pair of jeans or pants never hurts. A rain jacket or parka, or maybe a poncho, that's always great. In case it rains one of the days, you can just carry that around in your bag. Lots of sunscreen. This is a big thing for us. I definitely need to make sure you bring sunscreen of the spray kind, preferably. Spray kind is always just helpful that way if we're getting out of the river and we're about to go do the rope swing or go to the zip line. It's good to have a nice bottle of spray sunscreen there. We can just put it on real quick and we can get going. Us counselors will do a great job of making sure your kids have sunscreen on, but they can also always, of course, bring their own, which they should. A large laundry bag for dirty clothes. Yes, at camp we might get stinky. That's definitely going to happen. So bringing a laundry bag to put all your dirty clothes in, that's breathable, to keep the cabins smelling good is definitely appreciated. A sack lunch and a drink for the bus ride to camp. So yes, if you're traveling, we're not going to be serving lunch on the way to camp, since we're going to be traveling during lunch, and we just want to get straight to Camp Eagle. So bring a sack lunch, and no matter if you're coming from Houston, Austin, or Dallas, bring a sack lunch. And that once we all get on the bus in Austin and get on our way to Camp Eagle, we'll all eat lunch together with our sack lunch on the bus. Medication. If you have medication or as needed medication or an EpiPen or something like that, you'll need to fill out a medical dosage form and bring that medication with you to drop off in the original container. And when you sign your kit into us, we'll take your medication off, you put it in a lockbox, and be able to administer that to your kid whenever they need it. And then when it comes to as needed stuff, Motrin, Advil, any of that works too. If you want to pack that for your kid, totally welcome to do that. We definitely can take as needed medicine. For the EpiPens, if your child uses an EpiPen, we are super good about that. We're going to keep our EpiPens on us at all times. We have a fanny pack that will stay on your camper's counselor at all times, so that will always be near them in case that is needed. At least 2 water bottles, sturdy and reusable with a large mouth to pour ice in. The Nalgene water bottles, if you know what those are definitely my favorite water bottle every day camp. Hydro flasks are great too if you have one of those. Keep your water cold all day. But definitely bring at least 2 water bottles. People drop water bottles and you're walking around and they break. I broke water bottles at camp too. So having an extra one is really important, just in case you break one, so you can have one. Backpack to carry stuff in. Yep. So you're going to obviously bring your big bag with all your clothes and maybe some snacks and all your stuff in it, but you're also going to want to have a backpack or a smaller bag that you can carry around during the day that you can put your sunscreen, your water bottle, or your towel in. So definitely bring a backpack to carry your stuff in during the day. Your Camp Eagle releases. In your packet, you should have a release form. If you could fill that out as soon as you can and send that over, that'd be really appreciated. We need that for your camper to go to Camp Eagle and experience all the fun things they have to offer there. All bedding, including a pillow. So the one thing that our perfect, amazing cabins doesn't have is bedding. So lots of kids do different things. Some kids bring a sheet and a blanket and their pillow. Some kids just bring a sleeping bag. So you have a sleeping bag with a pillow. Whichever you feel comfortable with, you just need to bring some sort of bedding. I'm pretty sure, almost confident that the beds there are twin size beds or full size beds. Are the twin size beds, Ben/Mike?
They're twin. Yeah, they're twin.
And then 2 towels, like the shoes. Your towel might get dirty or muddy one day, so having a second towel is always great, in case the first one gets dirty. Flashlight or headlamp. We are gonna be walking around at night, so it's great to have a flashlight or headlamp to shine at the ground, see where you're walking, just for safety. Make sure the batteries are new on those too. And then a costume on our last day, right before, or our last day, the night before we leave. We're gonna have a big costume dance party. You don't need to bring some crazy costume. If you have one, you're welcome to bring whatever you want. I know us counselors, we have a plan. We have a little secret plan. We're gonna for our costumes that we're gonna wear. But yeah, you can wear whatever you want for the costume party. I remember some kids even just make a toga out of the bed sheet, so it could be as simple as you want or as extravagant as you want. It's really up to you there. Optional items. These are stuff some kids like to bring, including a camera or a journal. We're gonna be taking pictures for y'all, and you'll be able to view those with the Kidventure app, which we'll send out more information up to you on that later. But each night I'm gonna be uploading pictures for y'all, which honestly I wouldn't wait on those. I would check those in the morning. So each morning you'll have a new set of pictures from the day before, which is awesome. But if your camper wants to take pictures, like a digital or like a waterproof camera or something like that for the river, that's always fun for them too. Or a journal to write in and write about their day when they unwind at night. A CD player or an iPod. I'm not sure if anyone even has CD players anymore. But if you have an iPod, something that only plays music, preferably. So at the end of the night, if you're laying in bed and that's how you unwind at the night and you want to listen to music, that's totally cool as well. Snacks are great. Cliff bars, granola bars. I'm gonna bring a bunch of those. I know Mr. Ben likes to eat the snacks too. So if you want to bring snacks, I definitely recommend bringing snacks. We're gonna serve, or we're gonna give you food, give your camper food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they're gonna be full and the food's amazing. But at the end of the day, after being out in the sun all day, you want to have a snack. That's always good to have a Cliff bar or something that you can snack on. Snorkeling Mask. Some kids like to wear their snorkel mask and float around in the water and just look down at the fish and stuff. So if that's your thing, you're welcome to bring that as well. Or a book, kind of like with the music. That's how you like to unwind at the night and read a book in bed, you're welcome to bring a book and read it then, or during chill time or something like that. What's not allowed, we don't want people to bring in mobile phones. They just kind of get in the way. We're at camp to have fun and be in the wilderness and be together. And so there's not really a need to have a phone there, just kind of getting in the way. Electronic devices, game devices, Nintendo DS. There won't be any time. We're gonna be so busy, having so much fun. There's not going to be any time to even get on your Nintendo DS or something like that. So no need to bring that either. And of course, no matches, knives, fireworks, all that. Y'all know that though. So yeah.
There we go. Couple things. One of those things in there you talked about is the waiver. It is an online waiver. I dropped that into the chat, by the way, if you haven't already filled that out. Not too many people on Quest have filled this out. Probably more for Echo have because it's happening sooner. But in the chat, I put the link to that waiver. You just need a signature on that waiver. So make sure that we do that. And as we get closer to camp, we'll be contacting everybody individually for a couple different things: food allergies, those things like that, medical needs, those things like that. If you don't have a waiver in yet, we'll remind you of that, and maybe medication stuff. So, but that I did drop that link in there in the chat. All right. I think that's the last slide right there. I'm going to stop presenting and stop sharing. We'll go back to all of our faces. You know, part of having a successful experience at camp is really having everything that you need. And that packing list has been pretty tried and true for us for many years now. I always tell parents, print that thing out, and when you go to pack, check those off one by one and make sure you have everything. You might not use those pants, but it might be that one, you know, night that we have a cold front that rolls in or something like that. So make sure you please bring everything on there, and we'll put your kid in an opportunity to have a successful and rewarding experience. All right. So with that, I'd like to sort of turn my attention to questions now, because I know that we have some in here. Hi to you as well. I guess what I'd probably like to do is, Ben, do you want to take some of these questions?
Sure, I'll go jump right into it. Let's do it.
Yeah. And we can all jump in, guys, and answer these questions for the kids and the families too as well.
They're recording it. You can get the top bunk if you'd like. Yes, we're gonna have some viewers. I got blobbed off the blob. The bus ride. Bus ride is about, Peyton, you'd say it's like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, from Austin
Right.
to Powers, but from then Houston to Austin and Dallas to
Mhm.
Austin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Going back up to that one question, we are recording this right now because we know that everybody's not going to be able to be here. We'll share that link with everybody so that you can actually see it again, or you can share it with someone who maybe wasn't here. Okay. Good job. Thanks.
You can absolutely bring candy. Just be sure you can put it in like a resealable container, like a Ziploc or something like that. You can also make trades if you want. Is a Kindle allowed? I don't. Yes.
Yeah,
the
we're
Kindle is
good.
allowed.
We're good with Kindles.
Go to Kindles. So
Yep.
will they do laundry there? No, we're not going to do laundry there. So like Peyton was saying, I think it said it had an open air or a breathable laundry bag, not a trash bag, because if you bring a trash bag, it's going to make the smell a little bit worse. So be sure to bring a laundry bag to keep all your stuff in, and also bring a good amount of change of clothes. I hope you can bring a Kindle. Good news, you can. It's what kind of bus is it? It's a charter bus, so it's going to be big. It's going to have enough storage for our bags on the bottom. You can also, we're going to watch movies on the way there too. I think rumor is Encanto, right? I think that's the big rumor, right, Peyton?
Is that a movie? Is that a movie?
Encanto?
Oh, no.
Encanto? I don't know.
So yeah. So here's how the transportation works. So there'll be a 56 passenger charter bus that leaves from Houston that will come to Austin. There'll be a van that comes from Dallas to Austin. That van and that charter bus from Houston will leave at about the same time, come to Austin, and then everybody will get on that one bus and then head to camp. Okay. We will be reaching out to everybody individually prior to that, because I know that some people have weird schedules. Some people, for example, might leave from Houston on that bus, but because of a family vacation, they're going to get off in Austin. It's one of the things that we have to be very specific about, is that. So we'll be reaching out to everybody before the 1st of August so that we can confirm your departure city and your return city. All right. So just so everybody knows that, please. All right, go ahead, Ben.
Is everyone from different cities arriving at camp at the same time? Yes, we will. So we all take the charter bus together. Houston is going to be picked up first, and then the bus is going to leave from Houston to meet Austin and Dallas campers, and then we're all going to get on the bus at Austin and then go to Camp Eagle. So we're all going to be on the bus all together, which is a lot of fun. Traditionally, we take the bus because it's a lot of fun, because me and Peyton and Mike and Hadley know this, that the bus ride there, everyone's a little quiet, everyone's a little shy, which is understandable because it's something really, really new. But on the way back, everyone's really chatty. Everyone loves to talk, and nobody wants to say goodbye, which is really a great memory that we have on the bus. So we like to take the bus all together. How long is the bus ride? Again, it's like 2.5, 3 hours. Waiver, how many campers stay in each cabin? Can you show us photos of the cabin? Cabins
I will dig up
I'll
a picture of that cabin. I don't have one on me right now.
Mhm.
They are bunk bed style cabins with the restrooms and the shower facilities inside of there. They're super nice. I think there's a total of 14 beds in each one, but we won't be using all those beds.
Each cabin will have 13. If they're full, would have 13 campers and one counselor in each cabin.
Right, there you go.
On either side of the cabin. So 26 kids total, but separated by the wall. So 13 in a counselor. So 13 campers and one counselor will have their 4 showers and bathroom on each side.
There you go. Right. Thank you, Peyton.
And they're all in one building too. So
Which
all the
is
boys
nice.
are going to be in a building just with a wall in the middle. All the girls will be in a building with a wall in the middle.
And yes, we do take showers for sure. Every night we'll take showers.
You have to shower, boys.
Care packages. So Kidventure is not offering our own care packages this year, but you're welcome to send mail or care packages. Personally, if you're going to send mail to Camp Eagle, though, you definitely need to send mail far ahead of time, just so that it gets there, because since it's way far out there, it takes a long time for mail to get there. So if you send it the week of, there's a good chance your mail is not going to get there. To get around that, though, if you want to send mail with us personally and bring it to drop off the bus, you're welcome to do that. And just maybe it's like write on the letter or package what day you'd like your camper to get it. We can totally take it on the bus with us and give it to your camper whenever you please.
Good question, by the way. Yeah, if I were you on the mail, please postmark your mail the week before the session that you're coming to ensure that mail gets there on time. Okay.
Yeah, and mail is definitely encouraged. I think campers really like getting letters from home. It kind of gives them a little boost if they're feeling a little homesick or something. So definitely, if you want to send mail, I definitely encourage sending mail. And yes, the bathrooms are super clean,
They
super
start
nice.
that way. And yeah, you can bring a plushie for sure.
Yeah, if you got a favorite pillow, if you've got, your favorite plushie, definitely bring it. It's all good.
If you haven't gotten an email yet, you will be getting an email telling you what tribe you're in from your counselor, which is super exciting. They're going to send you a little personal message. So yes, you'll know what your tribe you're in when your counselor emails you, and then we'll have a big ceremony our first night at camp where we announce the tribes and make it all special, which will be super fun.
Y'all are cracking me up in the chats right now.
Already making friends.
I know, we're already making friends. I like this crew. All right, what is the process if a camper gets sick or has an unexpected medical issue? It's a great question. Okay. First of all of our staff are first aid CPR certified. Okay. And then we have a camp nurse on site there at Camp Eagles 24/7. And we've certainly had to visit the camp nurse from time to time, depending on whatever it was. So if we have an issue where let's say a camper has sick or has symptoms, we'll immediately go to the nurse. That nurse will evaluate that child and check. We'll make a call to you and we'll go from there. But medical support is there 24/7 for your kiddos. Okay. And we do a really good job communicating with you as well. Even if I have if we have an injury that's not anything that would require a kid to go home, we're still going to call you and let you know, or we'll send you an email just so that we can keep you abreast of everything. Okay.
Can we make requests for siblings to be in the same cabin? Good question. Yes. If you have 2 boys or 2 girls that want to be in the same cabin or the same side of the cabin, we can make that happen for y'all. Definitely. Headbands and bracelets for sure. You can definitely bring accessories like headbands or bracelets. Keep your hair out of your face. How long can we take a shower? Yeah, showers are usually around 5 minutes, so we can get everyone. A lot of people need to use a shower, so we want everyone to get in the shower and get done, so everyone can be able for their time to get clean.
Buddy requests. If you've not already done so, you can request that your camper be with a buddy. It's called the buddy field, and it's in your registration form. It was part of that process when you guys registered your child. What we ask, though, is that those kids be relatively the same age, though. Okay. Part of the reason we break up our kids into tribes, the turtle, the eagle, the bear, and the buffalo, is because we want to provide age-appropriate opportunities for our kids. Okay. And we scale a lot of events. So there are things that the 12-year-olds are doing that are different than the 8-year-olds are doing. Okay. The issue runs in if I have somebody that's requesting an 8-year-old to be a 12-year-old. It typically doesn't work out that well when that happens. And really, we want to provide not only a fun opportunity for our campers, but a safe opportunity. But as long as they're relatively the same age, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So, for example, Safari, which leaves here pretty quickly, they already know which tribe they're in. Each of their counselors sent them a letter introducing them and talking about them. And so they know which one of those tribes they're in. And we took all of those buddy requests and we organized those so that those kids would be in the same tribes. If you don't know that you did that, or if you want to call the office, we can help you out with that. Let us know, or we can add that in. Okay. Hope that answered that question.
We can get you cash for anything. So yeah, at Quest they do have the coffee shop, which we'll go to one of the days, where you can get maybe like some Dippin' Dots or a smoothie or something like that. So for one of the days, you can bring pack your kid some money, and they'll be able to use it that day.
Would you say, Peyton? Would you say $10
Yeah,
would be plenty of money?
I wouldn't bring more than $10. I don't think.
Okay,
I would bring more than $20. Is what I would say.
Okay. We really don't spend a lot of time going to shops and things like that.
We're gonna go to the coffee shop one day for like an hour, so it won't be a place where we're hanging out a bunch.
Yep. Another question about laundry. Do you have laundry? Do we do laundry? No, we don't do laundry. So pack for those 9, the 1st through the 9th, please. There's a cash again. I think we answered that.
Dietary.
Yes, we do honor dietary restrictions. So if you have dietary restrictions, if you've not already placed that in the registration form, which is part of what we print out and we get with the kitchen on, then that needs to be done between now and before you guys leave. And really needs to be done a week prior to leaving, because I've got to contact the kitchen and get with them on any of our kids who are vegan or gluten-free or whatever it might be. So please let us know that. Reach out to us or shoot us an email at overnight@kidventure.com. And once again, we're going to get with you guys on these things prior to you leaving and make sure that we customize your camper's experience from a food standpoint as well. Okay. All right. Any special messages for first-time overnight camper? Oh, that's a good one. You know what? Can I turn that one over to Emmy? Because Emmy was a first-time camper at Kidventure many, many years ago. And I think she probably has some insight there.
Yeah, so like I said, I was a camper when I was 8 years old, my first time. I was pretty nervous. I didn't like being away from home, and I didn't really like to try new things. But I remember being at the ropes course, and this was at Mo Ranch, so they had a zip line, and you had to climb up it. And I was really scared, and I didn't want to do it. But my tribe and my counselor were really encouraging, and they were just awesome, and they really pushed me to try it, and I did, and it was the most fun I've ever had. And now the ropes course is my favorite thing at camp. So my message to first-time overnight campers would be just to try new things, and it's going to be so much fun, and you're going to make a lot of friends. So even if you're missing siblings or parents from home, you're going to make new friends at camp, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Good job, Emmy. Okay. What does the menu look like? Peyton, you probably know that more than anybody. You want to describe sort of how that
we won't, unless there's a dietary restriction, we won't necessarily know the menu until the day of a meal. In the past, that's how they've done it there. So it's not really in our control. I will say that the food at Camp Eagle is amazing. And I haven't, in my 5 or 6 years of going to Camp Eagle, I've never had a meal there that I didn't like. I swear by that. So we're in great hands there, and should be great food. There is going to be vegetarian options, all of that. Just make sure you let us know beforehand. That way we can let the kitchen know there, and they can get your camper a vegetarian option if that's what they need.
Yeah. Aaron just put on there, are there plenty of vegetarian options? The answer to that question is yes, there are. They do a really good job there, and they're very plugged in there, Aaron. So, which I love. Okay. I think I've gotten to the bottom, or we've gotten to the bottom of the questions there. Feel free, if you have a question you didn't get to answer, put that on there.
And if y'all have questions later on this week or throughout July, question pops into mind, feel free to email us at overnight@kidventure.com. We'll get back with y'all as soon as you can answer your questions there. So
yeah, we have is it buffet style? Camper can choose the menu?
it's buffet style, but they usually serve just one meal. So like it would be one main course and a couple sides.
How often do we watch TV there?
Never happened before.
In 28 years, it's never happened. We have not watched TV before. I can't. I know I'm probably freaking out some kids right now. They're going, I've not been that long without TV. You guys are going to love it without
Yeah,
TV.
it's so much fun. You won't miss it.
I know. All right. So I want to kind of try to wrap things up. Unlike Safari, which leaves in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, you guys have a little bit of time, but I would rather us take care of the things we need to do, like getting that waiver signed, getting our dietary restrictions and things hammered out now, so we don't have to rush the last week to get that done. That's kind of how we like to do things around here. So please help us when it comes to that. That would be great. We will be reaching out to you guys, especially when it comes to things like medical. If you have anything on there we have questions about, we'll be reaching out to you about the city you're departing from and the city you're coming back to, just so that we can make sure we're solid on that one as well. So look for us to reach out to you here in the next couple weeks about those kind of things like that. And like Peyton said, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to us. That's what we're here for. Call the office. The Kidventure office for the overnight camp is the Austin office, which is 512-263-8992. And I'll put that in there right now. Or overnight@kidventure.com. And I'll also drop that in there as well. Counselors, any parting advice, Hadley, to give our campers before we leave tonight?
I don't think so. Just super excited for camp and to get to see everybody. Can't wait to be at camp together.
All right, everybody. On behalf of the entire team, we want to thank you all for joining us tonight. Once again, we did record this. Once we get the link, we'll shoot the link out to everybody, and we appreciate your time and you carving out some of your family time this evening. Okay, y'all take care. It's great seeing you guys now, and we look forward to seeing y'all at camp.
Thanks, guys.